Hi guys, it's Jules and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something really special and fun, and this is a collab with the one and only Steph0Sims. I'm absolutely thrilled that we could do a collab, so thank you so much, Steph, for doing that. It's such a cool house that we decided to do. It's kind of like a mixture of traditional and modern, and Steph made the house amazingly, as per usual. As you guys all know, Steph's builds are amazing, and it was literally such a pleasure to collab with her. I'm really happy we did so thank you, Steph, so much. So if you go to her channel, you can see her building the exterior, and I'm going to be sorting out the interior. So this took me quite a long time because I wanted to make sure it looked nice. And I'm moving some bushes and things only because they were clipping through the walls and they were driving me crazy. So apologies for that, but they were driving me insane. So I was like, no, I really need to move these, just so I could see actually what it was like without them in the rooms. But it's all good. Worked out nicely, I think. So the house has basically 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, I believe, to my memory. There might be 3. There's 1 downstairs, and I have a feeling there's 2 upstairs as well. My memory's not so great, guys. Clearly. I have to admit though, I absolutely love what Steph did with the garage. I've never actually seen anyone make like a garage door like that, so that was really cool. And I may be having a look at that in future builds perhaps, but I thought it was really innovative the way that she's done that. So I was just sorting out the wallpapers and decorating as I do. It was quite a challenging house to do because obviously we mentioned before that it was going to be kind of a mixture of modern and traditional, and we were thinking maybe, yeah, there's 3 bathrooms, I was right. And I was thinking, well, we were thinking, sorry, maybe that parts of the house weren't fully renovated yet, so I think the kitchen is the most renovated part of the house, and then the bathrooms, for example, are a little bit more traditional and going such forth like that. So I think it looks pretty nice personally, but that then I would say that since I did the interior, but it's separated off, so I think we're going to start building the kitchen. Actually, I can't remember. I took a very long time choosing wallpapers and things because I was being really picky, making sure I saved, because that is really important, and for some reason now we're stopped. Okay, we're back, and again I was moving things slightly out of the way because things were bothering me. It's like, it's literally just the way that the Sims 4 clips through with bushes and whatnot. It was driving me insane, but that's a thing that happens all the time, so literally it's just normal. I did go originally for these kind of counters, and I kind of changed it up a bit. I wasn't as happy with it. I was trying to do something fun and a bit different because, as you guys know, I do a lot of builds, so I wanted to change it up a little bit. Use different counters, and also do a kind of island in the middle and make it look quite modern inspired, which is what the build is anyway. So I went with that originally, but then it didn't really work out. I don't know, I didn't really like it that much. It didn't work for what I wanted, and I wanted to place like maybe a stove in the middle or something, and I was thinking maybe 2 stoves because that's like traditionally big old houses have them, and then maybe a modern stove and then like old one, but then it just didn't work and I didn't like it, so I was like, nope, it's not happening. And then I tried to do kind of like an island counter thing and place some counters in there, but then I just didn't like it at all, and then I changed it. Then I changed it up to these counters because the spa day ones were just driving me crazy. So I was like, no, don't like it, not my thing. So I changed it up a little bit. I think I still kept basically the same kind of kitchen design to my memory. My memory is really bad because I did this a couple of days ago, and I should have really recorded this while I'd like edited it and finished making it, but you know, should have, would have, could have kind of thing. Better said than done, really, you know. But I changed it out a little bit, so I moved I kind of kept the same design, but then I actually added an extra wall in there so the kitchen would work a little bit nicer, and attempted on making it look similar on both sides, symmetrical, and it works. I think it looks a lot nicer. I did put a lot of detailing in the kitchen, so this house probably took me quite a long time to actually finish. God knows how long it took Steph to actually build it, because it's really detailed as well on the outside with all the different shrubbery and things on the walls, etc. But it took me easily a couple of hours, I'm gonna say. This build probably took me more than usual, because it's a decent sized house, but also because I wanted to make it look really nice, because it's Steph and she's a really good builder, and she's really good at furnishing as well, so I wanted to make sure that was up to like standard, basically. Not that mine I guess aren't, but you know what I mean. I wanted to make sure it was done nicely and using everything that I could basically to work with Steph's house that she built, because it looks amazing from the outside and I wanted to make it amazing on the inside too, and really work for the collab and make it all good and great. So I'm just adding in a little dining table. I wanted to give it a more of a modern feel for the dining table, because you know, like, it's a contemporary-ish home kind of style. I was kind of going with that with the kitchen anyway. It's still quite traditional with those cupboards and stuff, but the way that it's placed out is a little bit more modern. So maybe they refurbished the kitchen and just kind of kept certain things, I was thinking. Maybe they kept... I was trying to do something here. I was trying to, yeah, that's right. I was trying to like lift them on, because they basically, if you have things that should be placed on the counters and there's a space on the counters, they usually lock to the counter and don't let you move it higher. But for some reason, it didn't do that, and it was all good. Moving things around very quickly. Like I said, literally, this build took me such a long time, which is why this video is so long as well. The reason is literally, it's crazy how long it actually took me to furnish it, but I really enjoyed it because I really like doing furnishing. I also obviously like doing building, as you guys should know if you're sub to me. I do a lot of builds, usually once a week at the moment, and go from there basically, but this one took me quite a while to do, because you know, I want to make sure it looks nice, etc. Make sure everyone's happy and whatnot. So I'm just adding some clutter. As you guys also know, I love clutter in The Sims 4. It is probably my favourite aspect of The Sims 4, that we have so much clutter. I also cut a little bit there because, honest to God, it just took me forever adding things near the door and whatnot, just to make it more lived in. Because it's kind of technically a show home, I guess, but it's obviously going to be lived in, because theoretically it's not straight up modern, so I think a little bit more clutter and a little bit of things like that makes more sense. So I'm just making the bathroom now. I think this is the one where, yeah, so in old bathrooms and stuff, you know how they have toilet cisterns that are on the top of the toilet, as in there's like a pipe going from the cistern and the cistern's attached to the wall. I was trying to do that. I think I did that here. Yeah, I did. I tried with like a drain pipe, and I think it was like a drain pipe and towels, and then it just looked terrible and I got rid of it. But I tried because I thought it'd look really cool if I could like kind of emulate that, but it just didn't work. So it's like, no, I'm not doing this. It's not working. There's no point continuing this further. So like I said, most of the bathrooms, I think, yeah, all the bathrooms are pretty traditional style. Which is fun because I don't usually do that much traditional building. I usually do a lot more modern building. So the fact that I got to furnish a house half modern and half traditional really was fun for me, because it's been a really long time since I've done anything traditional in The Sims 4. And if I have done it, I haven't recorded it, because that was before I even did YouTube. Because legitimately, I don't know, I find traditional houses really build? Well, yeah, that would be right. I find them really hard to build. I find they're fun, they're fun to build and they're interesting, but I find them really difficult to build as well because I'm not used to them normally, because I'm so used to doing modern building, so that's why I don't do very much traditional building on my channel. However, I really do want to do a traditional build that is based off my fiance's house, because his house is, how old is it? I think it's like an 18th or 19th century, one of those two, I don't know, house, and it's like kind of a cottagey kind of vibe, and it's really cute and it's really nice. And I've been saying to him for ages that I wanted to make it, so I probably should do that soon. But it's a lot of detail, because obviously outside they have a garden and they have ivy, and it's just like the little details that bring it all together. I find it a lot harder to do that in traditional or older style builds because they have a lot more nooks and crannies to do, whereas I feel like modern building is a little bit easier, I guess. I mean, it's not easy either. Building isn't easy. It depends. It depends on what you're doing, really. If you're making something... Okay, I've just stopped. Oh, I'm back now. If you're making something that's small or straightforward, then that's fine. But I feel like both modern and traditional have certain aspects that are easier and harder. And I find the harder aspects of traditional building extremely difficult. And I find the harder bits of like modern building, I find that a lot easier than traditional. But I guess it's all practice, so you might see a few more traditional builds in the future, perhaps. Maybe. I do want to make my fiance's house because it is really nice, and I think it's a very playable house for The Sims 4 too. So I might look into that. We'll see, we'll see. I'm not promising anything. There's also another build that I haven't actually released yet because I haven't finished it, and it is massive. You'll understand, I'm not telling you guys what it is, but you'll understand once it's actually up, and you'll understand why it took me such a long time. I've probably been building it and furnishing it for the past 2 weeks, so it's pretty long, but then again there's been days where I'm like, no, I don't want to build this today. I don't want to even think about this today. No, it's not happening. So that's why also it's been taking me so long. But I'm just furnishing the living room now with some cute little items. I wanted to do much more modern living room because the study area is quite traditional. The kitchen is a mixture of traditional and modern, and the bathrooms are traditional. So I needed some modern touch in there. So there's a couple of couches, a fireplace, very blocky modern fireplace, and I want to say we add a fish tank. I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure because, like I said, I built this a while back. I think we do because there's a lot of space at the back bit there. Here, there's a lot of space, so I have a feeling we do add a fish tank or something to that, kind of like something to add there. Maybe a chest table. I can't remember, guys. My memory is absolutely terrible. I really should look at that. Like, it's really bad. It shouldn't be this bad. It wasn't that long ago that I built this. The last room that I do is probably my favourite though, which is, yeah, I thought we added this. It's outside and it's a shed, because obviously this is kind of like an old English cottage kind of vibe. So, I don't know if you get... I don't know if Americans call it a shed. I think that's a very English thing. But basically it's like a outdoor kind of hut, I guess, to put it simply, where you've got like plants and things like that, and yeah, like a greenhouse kind of thing where you just put all of your tools and whatnots in there. So I wanted to use the woodworking table. I also added a couple of planters all stacked up, like it's just kind of a dumping ground, which is kind of what sheds are, really. I also used the same chairs that Steph did on the outside of the build, backyard even, to go in there, because maybe they're having like a big party or something and they have loads of spare chairs, so when they do have guests over or big parties or anything, they can just bring them out from the shed. It's all good. And I also turned on the debug items as well, because there's a lot of debug items in this room. So I wanted to make it really detailed, because you find a lot of random stuff in sheds, from my experience anyway. There's always like random little things that you wouldn't expect to be in there are in there. So like there's tools and gardening stuff, just little things like that, I think, are usually in sheds, from my experience anyway. But I really wanted to make it nice and detailed, and I actually think this is the last... Yeah, I think this is the last room, because I think... No. I lied. We still have upstairs. We haven't done the upstairs yet. Lied. Sorry, guys. I lied to you. But I did put a lot of stuff in here. So if you download the house from either my... Well, if you download it from my gallery page, which is SourPatchSimmer, which is fully furnished, as well as Steph's outdoor build, exterior. Some of the debug items, I'm not sure if they actually all come up, but it's fine anyway, because there's stuff in here that would still be here. It's not like going to be an empty room. Don't worry about that, guys. There's still stuff in there. It's just to make it more detailed, I guess, or more... Yeah, there's just more stuff in there, basically. But if you also are not keen on my furnishing, which is fair enough, everyone's like got their own style of furnishing, you can also download the house off Steph's page, which is Steph0Sims on the Sims 4 gallery, if you didn't know already. And maybe you don't like the way that I place the rooms or something, or you wanted to make it completely, the top floor completely just one room or 2 rooms or something, then you can do that and build your own kind of version of this house. It's completely up to you. That's why it's up on the Sims 4 gallery, and that's why you can download it. And it's all good. So if you're not keen on certain things, then it's fine. It's all good, actually. It's completely nutty fine. It's all great, because then you can just sort it out yourself, and then no hassle. Everyone's happy. The main bedroom I wanted to make quite bare. I wanted to make it quite clean and very like a relaxing space. Going from there, basically. Similar bathroom. The only difference is obviously that there's a shower in there rather than a bath. I think there's a bath in the other one, which is like the bath shower combi thing. But it's still quite traditional. There's a couple of little things that aren't as traditional, but mainly it is quite traditional, because that's the whole vibe. Just adding some things in the hallway. And the kids' room is actually one of my favourite rooms I've done in a long while. I love it. I think it's really cute. I don't know how the roof clipping through works, but I built in there and it was fine. I haven't play tested that room though, so if you do have issues, apologies for that. Yeah, I don't think you should have issues though, because if you were going to have issues, I wouldn't have been able to place things. So I assume it'll be fine for you guys, but if there is, apologies in advance. So just adding some cute little stuff. I also used some debug items with the Void Critter cards, which I'm actually yet to look at in my own gameplay, actually. They look really cool though, I'm not gonna lie. I think they're really interesting, and I'm really happy that they put them in. I really like that pack, actually, the kids stuff pack. It brought a lot of nice, cute little things for kids, and I wanted to put the little bears on their beds. Maybe it's like, what's it? It's a 2 kid room, so it could be like twins or 2 similar ages of children in one room. Doesn't matter if they're girl, boy, whoever. Just a kid's room, basically. So there's lots of different colours. More on the blue kind of tones, but there's reds in there just to bring it out a little bit in contrast. I also really like the detailing on the picture. Is it a picture wall? It's not. It's like where you hang your pictures up. I can't remember the name of it for some reason. Basically, I really like that item of clutter, and I think it's really cute. So I'm so happy that we have that in this game. Because I did have some CC stuff of it, but it didn't look as nice. So I really, really liked that. And here are the screenshots, actually. Straight away, the beautiful little detailed shed. I hope you guys enjoyed this collab. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below. And if you want to, definitely check out Steph's part of the collab, which will be on her channel as well. She did the exterior and I did the interior. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye guys!